Hello everyone, I'm Jiun and welcome to my channel Libromer. Today I want to talk about my reading plans for next year. 2023 was not the best year as for readings because I have read few books and well, the reason is simple. At the beginning of the year, I haven't said this, but at the beginning of the year, I just got married. So my mind was not focused on reading. And then after that, within the year, I didn't feel reading that much. So yeah, it was very slow. And even though I read good books, I enjoyed many of them. I think I was not enjoying reading. I enjoyed the books, the stories, but not reading. So when I was part of this challenge that Kim, the paper traveler, hosted, I think it was very fun and helped me to read more. Yeah, I didn't read too many books, like it was 4 books, but they were very chunky, and so it's like a way to make me feel that I want to read. So challenges are the key. So I have been thinking what to do for next year, and I was watching a video of Kim, the paper traveler, and she says that she's going to take part of this challenge called Read What You Own. I think it was created by Olly from CriminOlly channel. So the idea is reading 100 books that you own before buying a new book. That's the thing. You have to read 100 books before you buy a new book. And that's, I think, a good idea if you have too many books and you think that you are buying too much and you are not reading. So I think it's a good idea. And then I was watching a couple of videos of Olly, and then he was mentioning some tiers, like if you read a quantity of books, you are in this tier. And I felt I want this. I want to take part of this challenge. But here is the problem. I don't own too many books. I have many, but I have read most of them. So now I need to read around 15 to 20 books. So I don't have too many. So it's not a challenge for me. And the other thing, the other problem is I don't buy too many books. I think the last time I bought a book was 1 year ago. And at the beginning of this year, my wife, she gave me a book as a present. Those are the last book that I got. She has been buying other books, but me, I haven't bought any book since then. So reading what I own and this idea that I won't be able to buy books is not challenged for me. So yeah, I think I'm not going to take part of this challenge, but I feel motivated. That's the thing. I feel very motivated about the number, about the tiers. So this is what I'm going to do for the next year. I will take this number as a challenge, but you know me, 100 books, yeah, it's a lot of books, but it has to be a challenge. So I will read 200 books. So this is going to be kind of similar to what I was doing before with the Goodreads challenge, where you are setting a kind of number of books you want to read per year or for the year, and then you have to read it. So what I will do is this. Starting on November the 6th, I mean, it already passed, and I already started, by the way. I will be reading 200 books. And I will extend it until the end of 2025. Yeah, it's a long time, but I think it will be very fun. I really want to read with this pressure of reaching a number. So I will read 200 books, and I love the idea of tiers. If you, I don't know if I have mentioned before here, but I was very obsessed with this video game called League of Legends. If you know, this is a video game which is a online game where I am part of a team of 5 people and we have to compete against other 5. And if you are playing ranked games, because you can play normal games, but if you play ranked games, if you win, you get some points, and if you lose some points. So, and that it puts you in a certain category or rank or tier. So I will be using that those tiers of that game into this challenge. So the idea is that I have to read some books in order to have some rank. So by now I haven't finished. I'm reading one book, but I haven't finished it yet. So if I read 5 books, I will be iron. 25 books will be bronze. Then 50 will be silver, 75 gold, and 100 books will be platinum. Hopefully that's for 1 year, but I want to continue until 200 books. So if I reach 125, I will be diamond. 150 will be master, 175 will be grandmaster, and if I reach 200 books, I will be challenger. So those are the tiers, and of course based on the video game. So so that's the idea. I started already, and until the end of 2025. So it will be like almost 26 months. So I feel very inspired by this challenge that Kim is going to take, but yeah, in my case I have to adapt it in some way. So in my case it will be just reading a quantity of books before certain time without buying books. So I will try to finish the books I have already, and the rest I will get them from the library. So that's the idea for plans for the next year. But at the same time I was planning to take some reading challenges, because the last time I took a challenge was Discworld, so that was long ago, and now I want to start. I want to start reading some series. So I want to start reading some series, but I don't promise to read them all because it will be so long, and I'm not sure if I will enjoy this series. So you can suggest me which are better than others. I don't know. So the first one is His Dark Materials, and this is a trilogy, if I'm not wrong. It's very known, but for some reason I think people don't like it. I don't know why. So I want to maybe I will read the whole series if I enjoy it, but at least I will try to read the first book. I also want to read detective books, and I want to read Agatha Christie, but I want to focus, as I have said before, the books about Hercule Poirot. I don't know how to pronounce it. Hercule Poirot. That's because I love detective books. Then I want to read also, or start reading, Shadow March, which is a series by Tad Williams, and I think it's not that known, but I'm intrigued. So at least I want to read the first book, but I'm not sure if I will enjoy it, because they say that it's kind of similar to Game of Thrones, so I'm not sure if I will enjoy it. I also want to start reading Foundation. I hope this is epic science fiction series. I know there is a TV series. I don't know if it's similar to the books, but I'm very interested in this one. I also want to start reading the Expanse series. I remember I had started reading the first book of this series and I didn't finish it. I think it was because of the language. I don't know, but I remember that it was intriguing, but I just didn't continue. Another series that I want to start, and this is very long, is Outlander. I have some books, but I will start reading the first one at least to know if I will love this series. I know that I love the idea of traveling in time, but I'm not sure if I will enjoy the story. So, but I want to read it. Another series, I think this is a thriller actually, that I want to read is called Legends of the Condor Heroes. This is a Chinese. It's not. I think it's not historical book, but it's more like a classic. And I don't know, but I think I read that it's similar to, in some way, The Lord of the Rings. I don't know if it's the same. I don't think it's the same, but maybe it's that epic. So I know there are some series and TV series and movies based on this classic. So I want to read. And in this case, hopefully I can read all of them because, yeah, I think this is one of the series that I want to read them all. And I want to start a reading challenge, as I said. The last one I took was reading all the books in the Discord series. In this case, I want to read Jiun. I'm not sure if I will start the first book in January and February, or maybe immediately in January. This is the only book that I have read, so it will be a reread. I didn't enjoy it, to be honest. I didn't enjoy the story. I didn't like the characters, and I didn't like the ending. As far as I know, the next books are not better. I think this is the best book among all the books in the series. But I don't know, it's just one of the series that I want to read all. So I will be reading one book each month. Maybe next on December I will comment a bit more about this challenge. And also I will take part in a challenge that Kim, the paper traveler, is taking, which is a kind of a reading list. I'm not going to read all the books because I have read some, but and I know that I'm not going to enjoy some of the books, so I will just read some of them. In January I will read Rebecca. On July and August I will read A Suitable Boy, and on September I will read A Wizard of Earthsea. So those are the series and trilogies and challenges that I want to take next year. I will put a lot of effort in reading the books that I haven't finished. I mean the books that I own. I will get most of the books from the library, and I will be open to read other type of books too. But I will focus on science fiction and hopefully short books. But I'm not going to stop myself to read bigger books, because I have done that before. I have focused on reading short books just to get into the number, but I didn't enjoy them, and actually I don't even remember those books. So I prefer to read short books, but also big books if all of them are good. So that's my plan for next year. I already started reading one, so I hope to reach Iron. So that's it. I would like to know, what are your plans for next year, if you're taking part of some challenges. Hopefully, because it's really fun. So that's it for now, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.